Okay then, Ghoul Gang. Hope you're all doing great, except for those of you who make radio adverts, because you guys need to take a long, hard look at yourselves. I think it's high time that we had a chat about something really weird and fucked up that you lot keep asking us to talk about. Let's start at the beginning though. Do you know the word Creepypasta? It's a block of text that's been copied and pasted across the internet on forums and social media. They're often weird and nonsensical and are designed to garner a response from the readers on the same site. Fine. Whatever. Why are you telling me this? I hear you ask. I'll explain if you just give me a fucking second. After a while, some of these things became, how the French say, extremely fucking mental, thus birthing the phenomenon known as creepypasta. This, as you might imagine, is a creepy version of copypasta, something creepy or horror related that's copy and pasted across the entire World Wide Web and eventually becomes an online urban legend. Now, there's been many different creepypastas over the years. We're all familiar with Slender Man, who stalks, traumatizes and abducts children. There's also Mr. Widemouth, who stalks, traumatizes and abducts children. And of course Jeff the Killer, who stalks, traumatizes. Actually, there's a lot of fucking nonsense in this genre, isn't there? Weird. The one though that I want to talk about today, however, is known simply as the Backrooms. If the stuff we normally talk about is nightmare fuel, then I'd be tempted to say that, for me, this one's premium unleaded, 100% organic smart water nightmare fuel at £6.48 per litre. Here's how it's described on the Creepypasta's website. If you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality into the wrong areas, you'll end up in the Backrooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpets, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you. That is my personal hell. Over the years, incessant office work has ground me down to the point I'm just a shell of my former self. I can't even hear the sound of a fax machine with getting a little bit Michael Douglas and falling down about it, you know? A bit stabby, a bit shooty. So the idea of being trapped in a never-ending office labyrinth is enough to make my skin crawl. Speaking of skin crawling, it's not just the noisy light bulbs and shitty carpets that are against you. Oh no, there's also quite a substantial amount of hostile and bastardly creatures shimmying around. Creatures and representations that are designed to be your worst nightmares. If it was me, there'd just be my boss stalking me around the entire time I was there, constantly asking if there's anything that I could do to be a bit more of a team player. Fuck off, Andy. The answer's yes, but I refuse to make the effort. Now piss off back to your awful slag of a wife. Woo. Here are some of the most horrific entries that you can hope to avoid in the Backrooms. Smilers, bodiless smiling faces found in the corners of rooms, staring at you like a weirdo in a gym changing room called Darren, who insists on blow drying his whole body while stood on a towel and keeping eye contact via a full body mirror. Death moths, moths that cause death. Clumps, simply described as a clump of arms that reach down from air vents and attack passers-by whenever they get a chance. Facelings, faceless humans that want to continuously fuck you for apparently no reason at all. And hairworms, just the name is enough really, isn't it, with that one? Hairworms. These things burrow in through your skull or through wounds and take over your entire body, making you just walk around spitting out their larvae until they force you to drown yourself and birth their offspring. Lovely. Anyone up for some delicious chicken super noodles? I mean, this truly is nightmarish stuff, isn't it? The idea that you have to wander around this odd parallel world until you eventually somehow get taken up to level 2. Oh great, you're thinking. Maybe I can just get through the levels and I'll be able to escape. Yeah, go for it. There's only about 10,000 of the so you should be done by about 5-ish, shouldn't you? There's basically no guarantee that reaching the last room would help you escape anyway. In fact, the only way it's supposedly possible to get out is by finding the exit, which appears in a totally different location for every person, and each time is bathed in so much yellow, officey light that you can't even see it. So you're more than likely to walk right past your one opportunity for salvation, which is why each time I find myself in an office of any kind, I immediately make a break for it, which is almost certainly how I've lost my last 5 jobs and why no temping agencies will accept me anymore. That's okay though, because I make loads of money doing what I do best, which is stalking, traumatizing and kidnapping children. Have you heard of this urban legend though? What's the most creepy entity or level of the Backrooms that you know of? And what's the creepiest creepypasta you've ever encountered? I'd love to know, because I'd love to make more content on it. Or what's your favourite song by Neo? Mine's going to be Radio Live Lounge's slowed down version of Closer. What a performance. But I've been Stuart from Unleash the Ghouls, and until next time, good night and sweet nightmare fueled dreams.